Hello dears, welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to learn a new story. The story named Making a Mango Pickle. Before that, I would like to ask you a few questions. Do you have brothers or sisters? Do you like to share things with them? Do you like to share things with them? Things like sweets, mango, or anything like that? Okay, very good. And do you like mango pickle? Do you like mango pickle? Have you ever made a mango pickle in your life? Have you ever made? No? Yes? Okay. In my childhood, when I get the green mangoes, I cut the mango into pieces, then put it in a bowl, then I pour some salt, chili powder, oil, then mix it, then eat it. Oh, what a taste it is, right? Okay, what are the ingredients of a mango pickle? What are the ingredients? Yes, mango, salt, chili powder, oil, and vinegar. Right. Okay. So I know that. I understood that all of you have prepared. All of you have made a mango pickle in your life. Okay. So as I said, today we are going to study a new story named Making a Mango Pickle. And Making a Mango Pickle is a story of a sister and a boy who made a mango pickle. Before go through the story Making a Mango Pickle, let's have a look at the profile of the writer Vibhuti Bhushan Bandyopadhyay. Vibhuti Bhushan Bandyopadhyay. Here you are.
Vibhuti Bhushan Bandyopadhyay. Vibhuti Bhushan Bandyopadhyay was born in 1894 and died in 1950. Was one of the leading writers of modern Bengali literature. He was a teacher, but later he served as a traveling publicist for the Goraksini Sabha. Vibhuti Bhushan's works are largely set in Bengal with the characters from rural life. His best known work is the novel Song of the Road, or Padher Panchali in Bengali, which was later adapted into a film of the same name by Satyajit Ray. The story Making a Mango Pickle is an extract from the abridged version of Padher Panchali.
I hope all of you have listened to the profile of the writer Vibhuti Bhushan Bandyopadhyay. And now you know the story Making of a Mango Pickle is an extract from the abridged version of Padher Panchali. So anyway, without wasting a minute, let's go through the story Making a Mango Pickle. And you know that while you hearing the audio of the text, you have to underline the unfamiliar words in your textbook. And then you can check the meaning of that words either in the glossary or any dictionary. Are you ready to listen this story? Here we go.
Making a Mango Pickle. It was 8 or 9 in the morning. Arihar's son was playing by himself in the open veranda of their house when Durga called out suddenly from behind the jackfruit tree in their courtyard. Appu, Appu! She had just made an appearance after having been away from home all morning. Durga was now about 11. She was thin and darker than Appu. Glass bangles clinging on her arms, a none too clean sari and windswept dry hair flying any way, that was Durga. On her finely shaped face, her eyes shone large like her brother's. What is it? Asked Appu, jumping off the veranda in front of their house and coming up to her. Durga held a half coconut shell in her hands. She lowered it to show Appu its condensed slices of tender green mango before the seed had hardened. Then, in an undertone, "Is Ma back from the gut yet?" "No," said Appu, shaking his head. Can you fetch me a bit of oil and some salt? She asked him secretively. I will pickle these. Where did you get them from, Didi? Appu was delighted. They were lying on the ground just under the Sindurkundo tree. Now get me a pinch of salt and some oil, will you? But Ma will give it to me if I bring down the oil pot from the shelf, replied Appu, scared. Run and get it fast. It will be a while before she is back. She has gone to wash the clothes. Hurry up. The shell, said Appu. Give me the shell. I will pour it into the shell. You stand by the back door and keep a lookout. Mind you, don't spill any oil on the floor. Better be careful. Otherwise, Ma will know for sure. You are such a good for nothing. When Appu came out of the house, Durga took the coconut shell from him and expertly got the mix of oil and salt into the mango slices. Here, put out your hand. Didi, are you going to eat all the rest yourself? Do you think you can get us a nice chili? I will give you an extra slice if you do. But how shall I get to the chilies, Didi? They are right up on the shelf. I can't even reach it. Don't bother. I will get some more mangoes later in the day. You know that tree by the pond, there is lots and lots of budding mangoes that will fall off in the afternoon sun. The back door opened with a sharp clang and Sarbojoya was heard calling out, Durga, oh Durga. That's Ma calling. Quick, go and see what's up. Finish it up over there. No, wait. You have got grains of salt all over your mouths. Wipe them away first. Durga heard her mother call out yet again, but there was no way she could reply, for her mouth was quite full. She began furiously devouring the slices of pickled mango. When she found that she still had many left, she hid behind the trunk of the jackfruit tree and started to gobble up the rest. Appu stood beside her frantically swallowing his share, for there was no time to chew. As he ate, he smiled a guilty smile at his sister. You little monkey, she said to her brother. Why don't you wipe your face clean? There is salt all over your face even now. Then, putting on a most innocent expression, she entered the house. What is it, Ma? She asked. And where had you gone, wandering? May I know? Asked Sarbojoya. And where is that monkey gone? I am hungry, Ma, announced Appu, appearing suddenly. Now hold on, let me take a breath. Oh, Durga, go and check on the calf, will you? It's been lowing away. A little later, when she sat down in the veranda in front of the kitchen to cut up a cucumber for children, Appu flopped down and next to her. Ma, do take some more of that white stuff out of the cucumber. It sticks in my mouth, he said. Durga spread out her palm to get her share and asked a little insistently, Isn't there any more of the rice fry, Ma? Oh, it's impossible. All those tart mangoes have set my teeth on edge, began Appu. He stopped abruptly when he saw Durga frowning and winking at him. Where did you get mangoes from? Asked his mother. Appu was afraid to tell the truth. He looked questioningly at his sister, wondering what to reply. Sarbojoya turned to her daughter and demanded, So you had gone out again? Durga pealed. Ask him. I was just there by the jackfruit tree, and then just as you called. Fortunately, the conversation was cut short by the entry of the milkwoman Shono. She had come to milk their cow. Go, catch the calf, said Sarbojoya to her daughter. Appu followed his sister out to watch the cow being milked. As soon as he stepped into the outer courtyard, Durga landed him a smart blow on his back. You wretch, monkey! She made faces at him and mimicked him. All those tart mangoes have set my teeth on edge. Dumbo! No brains at all.
I hope all of you have listened to this story very carefully. Have you underlined the unfamiliar words in your textbook? Very good. Do you understand the story? Yes? May I ask you a few questions to check whether you have understood or not? Okay. My first question. Who are the major characters in the story? Who are the major characters that you are identified from the story Making a Mango Pickle? Yes. Durga, Appu, and their mother Shabojoya. Right? Okay. My second question. What is the name of Durga's and Appu's father? Yes. Harihar. Okay. What was Durga doing all morning? What has she been doing all morning? Yes. She has been wandering all morning. She has been wandering all morning the surroundings of her house and some longer parts. Okay. My next question. How did Durga introduce in the story? How did Durga introduce in the story? On page number 27, the left side of the part, you can see how Durga introduced in the story. Let me read it. Okay. May I? I'm going to read it. Durga was now about 11. She was thin and darker than Appu. Glass bangles clinging on her arms and none too clean sari and windswept dry hair flying anyway. That was Durga. On her finely shaped face, her eyes shone large like her brothers. That's how Durga introduced in this story. Clear? Okay. My next question. What was Durga held in her hands? What was Durga held in her hands? Yes, slices of tender green mango. I know your mouth is salivating now. Right? Okay. So, Durga was held in her hands the tender green mango. And my next question. Why did Durga ensure her mother was not returned from the gut? What is gut? Yes, maybe the riverside or pond side where the people wash their clothes. That is what called gut. Okay. Why did Durga ensure her mother was not returned from the gut? Yes, because if her mother came to know about Durga's wandering, she would punish her. And we know that Durga has been wandering all the day, and if her mother knows about these wanderings, she will punish Durga. That's why after she reached at home, she ensured her mother was not at home. Okay. My next question. What did the siblings do with the mango slices? What did the Durga and Appu do with the mango slices? What did they do? Yes, they made a mango pickle. They made a mango pickle by taking salt and oil from the kitchen. Durga made Appu to take salt and oil from the kitchen, and then they made a mango pickle. Okay. My next question. You stand by the back door and keep a lookout. Why does Appu say so? Why does Appu said to Durga to stand by the back door and keep a look out? Why did he say so? Yes. Durga told his brother to fetch some oil and salt from the kitchen. Their mother has gone to the gut for washing the clothes. He is scared for the arrival of their mother because if she sees he is stealing, she will beat him. So he asked Durga to stand by the back door. That's why Appu told Durga to stand by the back door to ensure if the mother comes or not. Okay. My next question. What did Durga do the mango pickle after she heard her mother call out? What did Durga do the mango pickle after she heard her mother call out? What did she do? Yes, she began furiously devouring the slices of pickled mango. When she found that she still had many left, she hid behind the trunk of the jackfruit tree and started to gobble up the rest. Durga swallowed all the mango slices when she heard her mother call out, and she hid the rest of the mango slices behind a trunk, the jackfruit tree's trunk. Okay, my last question. Oh, it's impossible. All those dark mangoes have set my teeth on edge. What do you understand from the words of Appu? What character can you identify from these words of Appu? Yes, he is very innocent child and he can't hide all the things inside his mind. It come out unknowingly. That is what we learned from the words of Appu. Okay. So from the story, Making a Mango Pickle, we learned that Making a Mango Pickle is a story about Durga and Appu, the brother and a sister. They are the children of Arihar and Shabojoy. And Durga has been wandering all day out. And when she came back with some mango slices from the mango. Then she shares that mango slices with his brother, and to give him she made Appu to fetch some oil and salt from the kitchen, and then they made mango pickles. And at that time their mother Shabojoya came back from the gut, and they swallowed, Appu and Durga swallowed all the mango slices, and the rest of the mango slices they hid behind a trunk. Then Shabojoya realized that Durga has been wandering all the day from the words of Appu. What was the words? Oh, it's impossible, all those dark mangoes have set my teeth on edge. From that words, Shabojoya realized that Durga has been wandering all the day, and when Shabojoya started questioning, a milk woman comes there to milk the cows. Then the conversation stopped there. That is what we learned from this story, Making a Mango Pickle. And you have to remember, Making a Mango Pickle is an extract from the abridged version of Padir Panchali. Okay? I hope all of you have enjoyed the story very much. And I will be back with another video lesson. Till then, bye.